Good evening, my name's Alex Campbell.
My name's Stephen Wilson.
And you're watching the 8th episode of Discussing Stargate.
So we got the Knox episode, right?
We did.
So this is one of the there's a few episodes, and we'll basically get introduced to the various advanced alien races besides Goa'uld that are populating the galaxy.
Yeah.
Right. And various tiers of I don't give a fuck in relation to like the humans' problems and the galaxy problems.
Humans are small fries.
Yeah.
5, the mission is go for standard recon.
So yeah, the Knox are part of the... What is the term?
The alliance of the 4 races, which was, and so they talked about that with what's his name, the old original guy that went through the Stargate back in the 50s or whatever.
Herbert,
right? He went back, and so they went through and they had like the meeting room or whatever, like the UN sort of thing where they had the holographic stuff and they had all the writing from the various races. Yeah, and so you've got the Nox, the Asgard, the Ancient, and the Furlings. Yeah. And we'll talk, and they'll investigate all those races to various degrees. Yeah. I think the Furlings will be like. It's like one episode they'll talk about it.
And they're like a joke. I think it's either in the 100th episode or the 200th episode when they do that wormhole extreme. They're like little Ewoks or something.
Oh, yeah. And they also do the other one with Mayborn, right? Where the Paradise.
Yeah,
which is that's a great episode.
Yeah, I love Mayborn.
Yeah, and then Jack makes an offhand comment in some other episode that he thought they'd be like little furry things.
Oh yeah,
so there's a couple of times.
Yeah.
But so we've got the Knox who are space hippies, I guess.
Fruit.
Coming into this episode, I was gonna have a hard time, have a go at their costumes, but they actually hold up reasonably well. They look interesting and different enough. It's not like Star Trek where it's the same thing. But I was sitting there kind of irritated. I just wanted them to like run and comb through their head or something. Just anything.
They run combs through and the combs get sucked up by the
broken.
Snapped.
Yeah.
Those things you found on us, those things you...
Well, the baseline for costumes is the Shapai guys in the first episode or whatever.
Yeah, with the plastic.
The plastic latex.
Dinosaur skin, yeah.
Shapai.
They have the introduction for the premise of the episode.
Yeah, and the political pressure to obtain technology to help them fight the Goa'uld.
The President and Joint Chiefs were under the impression that the SG teams would be bringing back superior technologies.
I'm sorry, I thought we were explorers.
Oh, you are, Dr. Jackson. But even Marco Polo, when he came back from the Far East, brought more than just a few exotic spices.
The beginnings of it, and we're going to start seeing a whole entourage of different politicians and bureaucrats come through.
Eventually shutting down the entire program.
Well, it spirals out. It's quite a large subplot, running subplot through the whole thing, and it like really huge. And it keeps going for ages, at least 4 seasons.
Yeah, absolutely.
I reckon.
I like it too. It's realistic.
It is good. Well, and we've talked about that. That's the tussle between the military and the black ops and the government but then what's actually happening in the rest of the galaxy. So inter-alien relations and stuff as well. Yeah. So it gets pretty complicated, which is really good. We also get tied in with the political, getting enough technology thing. That's a cue for Tilk to give us more backstory. Yeah. And he does his like brutal monologue. It's like, when I was servant of Apophis and blah blah blah. And it's like, that's cool.
Exposition Tilk.
Yeah. Well, so sometimes it's really bad and sometimes it's really good. This was okay. Yeah. Again, it's the music cues really do it. They've got the weird sort of music that they do, and it really makes it pop. the sort of monologue.
Impactful.
If he was just saying it without the music.
Yeah.
And it's one of
like ambience in the background, people typing.
Well, it's just like a like reverb, right? That just have the reverb. Yeah, people talking and he's saying it, and it would just sound fucking awful. It's like that's not how people talk.
I was once commanded to retrieve the creature, to learn its secrets. Apophis took the lives of 2 of my men as punishment for a failure to retrieve it.
Yeah, so they do that, and then we go through the gate, and it's Canadian pine forest jungle sort of thing.
Yeah, it is.
But
it's kind of deeper, more moss and stuff.
Yeah, well, it's very like ancient foresty, right?
Yeah,
so
I've gone deeper into the Canadian forest.
Well, it's more humidity and it's foggy and stormy, which is nice. It makes it feel different, right? So they're doing the best they can. But it looks good.
It does.
So
I love all the trees and whatnot.
You? Oh, no, thank you. I'm trying to quit.
There's maybe 5 variances of like Canadian pine forest, and there is. There's a sort of there's the rocky like a stream with the stones sort of thing with the sparse like trees, and they're in like a valley or something. Yeah. Then there's a really deep forest with
thicker canopy.
Yeah, thicker canopy and all that sort of stuff, and
there's other ones.
There's other ones, but
that's not going.
They do it right.
Yeah.
I wonder whether or not they've sort of gone, okay, there's like a handful of ecologies that we can use in Canada.
That are close enough to the studio, which we can get to, which we can afford to get
down the road.
Yeah. Well, it's not like Game of Thrones where they film over 5 countries.
Yeah, they go to fucking Portugal.
Morocco and Ireland.
I don't know. Did they go to lots of different places, or did they just fucking stay in Canada?
I think they just filmed in Canada.
Oh, okay, that's right. Well, they do it alright.
Yeah, they do it alright.
The entire galaxy, yeah.
That first scene where they first go through the Stargate, though, it does a really good job to set up tension. It's just all these little tiny things. Like Jack goes through and nobody else is there, and he's kind of like, what's going on? And the music is really eerie. Then all their stuff disappears. And the gate disappears.
Starts spiraling out of control.
Yeah, the confusion. Like, what's happening? What's going on?
Alright, well, there's nothing out here. Let's get back to the gear and... Where's the Stargate?
It's very much a fish out of water episode for the team.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They're over their heads the entire time.
Yeah, right.
They don't really understand what is going on the entire time.
Yeah.
The Nox is deceiving them.
Well, they never. So they encounter Apophis, right? Straight off.
Yeah, which is great.
The premise is they Tilt, the technology is, the politician's like, we need more technology, and Tilt's like, oh yeah, I know of a place with a monster that can turn invisible, so they go there with dark guns and whatnot to hunt this monster so they can dissect it and find out how it turns invisible. And they go there, and immediately it all spirals out of control, and the gate disappears, and the stuff disappears, and they're like, where's the tracker? And it's with the stuff at the gate. So they're fucked, and they've got, so they go through, and then they find the beast or whatever. The description of the beast is really awesome. It's like a hummingbird with teeth. Yeah, can turn invisible.
Go on, run.
But it's just a MacGuffin, right, for the entire episode. There's actually a lot of stuff going on in this episode as well.
Yeah. The first appearance of Apophis since the pilot episode. And I just love how that all spirals out of control. That all of a sudden their plan diverges to capturing Apophis and getting information from him, but they don't have the right technology. They'll only have
the tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Well, they did a good job of a believable reason of handicapping the team because I feel like, and I think they kind of remarked on this, like the team itself remarked on this, is that if they had all their guns, they probably wouldn't have had a problem because we've seen them obliterate Jafar, which is it's a bit up and down how good they are.
Yeah, you don't want your enemy to be weak,
which they are. They change their plan. They have a good banter scene where they're discussing how they've got to change the plan, how things are sort of escalating. They're not prepared. That's fine. And they go through and they ambush them. And it's a really good scene. It's really it's in a good shot. They've picked a good like ambush location.
Yeah.
Or whatever to ambush Apophis and his Jafar, and he's come through and they have a big firefight and they get fucking wrecked.
Go. Yeah, the scene does a really good job. A really good action scene, actually. The editing and stuff was really fast paced and lots of different varieties and shots and stuff cutting around. And then when, Jack gets jacked, if you will, you don't expect it.
No.
Yeah, he just jumps and he gets hit in the back. You're like, oh, is this happening now?
Yeah, well, and you don't necessarily expect to see the entire team get killed.
Yeah,
essentially, right?
Yeah.
Which is what happened, but then they bring them back.
Yeah.
Which no.
Well, once you see Jackson and Carter get killed, you're kind of like, oh, okay.
Yeah, this isn't for real. This isn't real. It's at least it's not a dream sequence or something.
Yeah. 6 episodes in, they just kill SG-1.
Yeah, well, they just kill them and then that's it.
What is going on?
And then credits roll.
The end.
We move on to the next SG team with Colonel Makepeace or something, and then now the starts and then the ratings for the show completely tanks.
Rename it SG-2.
SG-2.
That doesn't even sound good.
Okay.
Sounds subpar.
Well, no, they get promoted to SG-1, right?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
You imagine Makepeace on the cover?
No.
That's an awful name too, eh?
Makepeace.
That's fine. We'll discuss that
He
when we
makes
get.
peace. So they wake up and the Nox well, they don't know the Nox have healed them. They wake up and they're like, what is going on? Jackson is feeling Carter's abdomen.
Yeah. Yeah. In terms of the Nox, it will. That's them, mate.
Yeah.
I find that.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Can that'd like come through on the camera, wouldn't it? Would that come through?
Yeah. Yes, they come through on the camera. Fuck off.
I feel like they're getting into the car and then they're getting out of the car. And then they're getting into the car.
Just a spider.
Just as the no. Oh wait.
I forgot my phone.
Oh wait.
Oh, the car alarm's going on.
Where's my keys? Oh, I dropped my keys. Oh.
I'll just hit the car with his cricket bat. That'll stop the alarm.
You're going to jail.
So yeah, they wake up and they're in the hut and they come to grips with it, and then the Nox comes in. I think it's just the dude and the lady, and the lady's the one that we'll see throughout the rest of the season, which the series, sorry,
yeah,
which I think is like twice we see her again, and then they like drop off from that.
Yeah,
it's a bit funny. It's a bit funny the way that they deal with the Nox. You know, they're kind of like insulated. They don't give a shit about what's going on.
Yeah, they never really get into the tussle of anything, replicators or anything.
It's kind of a really fucked up universe where the most advanced people just no power to that. No,
don't give a fuck. Yeah.
I reckon. What is it? It'd be like the Nox, the Ashen, the Tolan.
Yeah. All of them, basically.
Yeah.
Not like our world where the most powerful people are constantly interfering and stuff and jabbing people.
We're going to take over this country. We're going to do this. Well, I guess the Asgard are the most.
Yeah.
Well, they're shouldering all the burden, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is funny. You think that they'd hit the Nox up and be like, "Hey guys, we know
help
that you're dirty space hippies.
Yeah. You got super technology.
You know, if the replicators get you,
yeah,
they come here. You're done too."
Never happened.
We needed to see that, right? Is that the Nox home planet gets fucking wrecked by the replicators in season fucking.
Just have like a panning shot of like the whole world destroyed. Well, this is what happens. They're assholes and don't help anybody.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah. So the main kid, whose name is
Atreyu.
It sounds like Atreyu.
Nefrayu.
Yeah.
Atreyu.
Whoever wrote this.
We'll call him Atreyu.
We'll call him Atreyu. His first interaction with Carter, what does he say?
Carter.
Yeah. I don't know if he was supposed to have like a crush on her or something.
No. It's just
He's trying to act like an alien and he's a child actor and he's not very good.
Yeah, no,
It's
he's
really
child actor.
off-putting.
No, he's not really good.
Yeah.
He's alright for the rest of it though. It's just
That one line.
Carter.
Yeah.
Nefrayu.
Nefrayu. Carter.
Carter.
In terms of like linguistics, the way that alien linguistics or like foreign cultures, the way that that's handled in TV shows and movies these days, are obviously a lot different from the way that they used to do it.
Yeah, well, Arrival is just 2 hours of trying to figure out how to speak to an alien race.
Which is it's really in depth and really well thought out.
Yeah.
And so it's I guess it's kind of nitpicky from the sort of soap opera stuff.
Yeah, but I just want to get in, tell a story quick and move on.
I find though that just the way that when they trying to communicate with them, like the aliens when the Nox when they're coming out and they're like we need to do this. It's like you're not getting anywhere by just like speaking English. They don't understand.
Jackson doesn't do anything at that point, but I guess there's no archaeology or anything around.
But he'd know how to. I'm sure in previous things and then ones going forward, there are other things where he ways to communicate.
Yeah,
but I guess it's really lucky that everybody speaks English, or at least the Nox learn to speak English. In like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
It took time to learn your speech.
Not much time.
So this is a bit of a weird criticism, I guess, because they kind of address it at the end, where just the motivations and like in my mind it seems that them being so advanced, which you find out later on, but whatever, right, is you get hints of it as you go through. Is the way that they think about things don't gel. It's just as if they're normal people, like a normal race that think about things, or they're just naive.
Yeah, you think their thought patterns would be far more advanced, far more analytical and in depth, but
it's like
unless they're just playing dumb.
But they're not, right? So they're trying to play the pacifist angle, but being so advanced and they talk about wisdom and all this sort of stuff, it's like, you think
that's not always the right answer.
But you think it would be easy for them to say, oh yeah, I totally understand your point of view. Like, I get that. You're right, actually. Yes, that is true. I've already thought about that. Don't you worry about it. Instead, they're like, no. It's like, but you're not addressing what I've said to you.
The reason the Gould hunt those flying things is because they want to know how it's able to disappear. If they find out it's you...
Our ways have served us for as long as our people have lived.
But they didn't know you existed before. Once they know, they'll enslave you. It's what they do.
We are slaves to no one.
They didn't seem to understand that they're making the Fenry invisible is the thing that's drawing everybody or whatever. And they didn't consider that they might get attacked by the Goa'uld when they're doing their ritual though. It's like are they so insulated? Are they stunted? Like in thought patterns?
It would appear so.
I mean, it's like you see the Tolan or whatever who are pacifists. But they at least understand. They can say, well, it's like we're sticking to this for these reasons, but we kind of get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I guess or no.
Well, they come off as intellectuals at the very minimum.
Yeah,
these space hippies do not.
Who are like super intellectuals though, right? They've got like a super mega advanced civilization.
Maybe they just stole their technology, like the Goa'uld.
They're parasites.
Maybe. Assholes.
They go, well, so it's like some really super advanced alien race. The original Nox goes to a planet, and they're like, there's a primitive race or whatever. And they're like, oh, well, you know, we welcome you, and blah blah blah. And no, they're like latch onto them, like climb into their planet, like in a much more brutal way than the goal.
And they just live in the flying city in the sky, they're like trashing it. They don't know how to run it.
It's like fucking District 9 or whatever.
Yeah. Forget everything.
There's a really dark backstory there somewhere.
I hope so.
I hope so. Oh no.
They never go.
Yeah, we just never hear from them again. We see Layla or whatever her name is.
Leela.
Bender.
Philip J. Fry. Yeah, corporate
Philip
scene.
J. Fry.
Where is Shackle? Were you waiting for me to turn my back, Shackle?
Shackle won't be hurt. You have our word.
We must find Shackle. Shackle has been this way.
So Shackle thinks we're unarmed?
However, Shackle survives his injuries.
All right, you know this? Shackle. Okay, we'll take Shackle back.
We can't leave Shackle here.
Shackle has told Apophis of your ritual, that you cannot remain hidden when you perform it. If Shackle does not die, they will be in even greater danger than they are now.
Every time it said Shackle, I just thought of a shackle.
Yeah.
And I just spelled Gawuli in the credits.
Maybe he shackles people.
Well, they should have established that. It's a nickname. But
You just need to know,
it's a
though.
silly name.
You're fucking
It's a silly
Your
name.
name's a silly name. Your name's a generic name. It's nowhere near as cool as Shackle.
Should I rename myself Shackle?
Shackle.
Yeah.
Shackle 2.
Hey, I'm Shackle.
Shackle.
And I'm an idiot.
One thing I noticed, which is funny, is that all the actors, the 3 adult actors for the Nox, are all really short. Do you think?
Yeah, the male was a lot shorter than the female.
Yeah.
That's weird in a
And
relationship.
she was really short too.
There'd be dominance issues between them.
Yeah, she's the dominant one.
Yeah, but he's trying to be the dominant one, but he's short, so
She
just
keeps
doesn't
trying to
accept it.
assert us. He keeps trying to assert it himself, and she's just like,
Pats him on the head.
It's like they have an argument. They go into the hut or whatever, and he comes out with a black eye.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
She's beating on it. So yeah, I guess they're just a short race.
Well, so do they when they cast when they announce casting do they say we want short people?
Yeah, I guess so.
Is that a thing that you can do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this character's short.
They should have just gone all the way and just been midgets.
And that would have undermined the entire show. Because midgets are hilarious.
Sucker nail my ass.
Sucker down to this fucking
Sucker nail my legs. I'm white church. I'm buff. What's up?
Oh, that was not cool. That was not cool. What's he
Or child actors. They're all child actors, so they're fucking awful.
That would have wrecked the entire episode.
They needed to all be fucking. It needed to be the little kids' brothers and sisters.
All horrible actors. All touching, huh?
It's like they're violently. It's like 30 of them.
Yeah. Jack's just like shooting them.
It's like Legolas in fucking Lord of the Rings. He gets slightly arrogant.
That'd be great. We should have written this episode.
It would have been a lot more brutal. There's an episode that's like that in Atlantis, right? With the kid village or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I think that's like there's at least 3 television shows that hark on that premise too.
Yeah, they're running out of ideas.
Yeah, they're running out of
What if they're all kids?
What if they're
okay?
Well, what if one of them violently lashes out because they don't like being touched? One of the most egregious things in this episode, and this is something that is present in the writing style for the entire show, to varying degrees.
For fuck's sake.
Alright, yeah, one of the most egregious things, and this is something about the writing style that's present, writing style of the dialogue that's present through the entire series. I think it kind of dies down a little bit as they get through, but it's explaining for the audience. So basically, the characters having a conversation that they need not be having, but it's for our benefit.
Yeah.
It's twice. But so it's first the Nox are like what is it? You know, oh yeah, can we should go see the elders to get help when the little kid gets done by the girl. It's like, no, it would take too long. It's like she would know that. Like, does she not?
Yeah,
is she not aware of that?
For the audience.
You know, and then the second one is, what are they talking about?
The shield.
The shield, yeah, the personal shield.
Yeah, that slow things can enter in.
It's like, did you see when he tossed the... Yeah, sorry, it's like...
Carter explains it scientifically, and then Jack reiterates, and then Jackson re-explains it, looking down the lens at the audience. Slow things can get through the shield. Fast things cannot.
Did you see what happened when one of his guards tossed him a staff weapon?
Passed right through. So you're guessing that the shield's deflection capability is directly proportional to the amount of kinetic energy being directed at it?
Yeah.
So you're saying that an arrow or dart being much slower in velocity than, say, a bullet...
Just might make it through.
So yeah, in conclusion, I think this was a really good episode. A lot of interesting things going on at once. I like how our team is on the back foot and, over their heads with the Apophis thing, and then the Nox thing, just not knowing what's going on. Good setup for the 4 superior races, and good information on Apophis.
Well, so the crux of the episode is that, what is it, the line, the very young do not always do what they're told.
Yeah.
And that actually is like a really big, one of the big going themes for the entire series.
Yeah.
And so that's where we're establishing.
Yeah, that's the SGC.
Yeah, they have no idea what the fuck they're doing, and they should listen to everybody else.
Absolutely.
Which they do, they learn from everybody else. And so, yeah, we've got a lot of good running themes. We're keeping tabs on the Apophis thing and keeping that rolling along.
Yeah. And just giving you little bits of information as you go for the final, which is coming up.
Yep, and then we're doing the political, technology.
Which I think plays into the episode before the final. They shut it all down and then SG-1 goes like covertly.
Unauthorized Stargate activation.
Carter, close the blast doors and corridors Alpha and Charlie. Disable.
I need an authorized officer's security code to disable.
Here you go.
Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment.